All right, we're here at the Ekahau booth here with Matt. He's been on the show before here. Welcome back, Matt. Good to see you. How you doing?
Thank you so much for having me. Lovely to see you in person at Cisco Live.
Yeah, it's been great. So how's the show been so far here for you?
I mean, it's been pretty great. It's been a packed show, but we've had really great traffic at the booth. So many people coming over to see lots of great demos and all of the awesome Ekahau products.
Nice. Yeah, you guys have a great location here for sure. This is nice. You were hard to miss, so that's good.
Yeah, we got really lucky. The marketing team that put together the booth and everyone that put this all together in such a short period of time, it looks really cool. It really stands out.
Yeah. So what's new? I guess we've talked a little while back. Anything you'd like to kind of talk about, showcase?
Yeah, for sure. We've got some really cool stuff. You might have heard that we've just launched or announced our new AI Pro that's going online, which is our browser-based software that you can actually use your measured survey data that's collected with a Psychic 2. And once you upload that to our AI Pro online, it looks at the measured survey data and your floor plans, and it uses AI and ML technology to understand how RF propagates in your environment, and then without drawing any kind of walls or obstacles, you can actually account for changes in your environment, so like maybe transmit power or changing a channel or even relocating some of your existing access points or perhaps adding some new access points, or maybe it's even just time to upgrade your old Cisco access points to the latest and greatest new 6 gigahertz capable ones, and you want to see keeping these locations, is it going to work, or do I need to make some other changes? So.
Sure. So that was announced recently. Is that out shipping now or available, or what's
so it's going to be available in June, so it's most likely to be available to everybody from next week, but worst case scenario, by the end of June, it's going to be available to everybody.
So coming really soon then. That's
a lot of people are very excited coming over to see it all in action. It's very fun to see, super fast, and it's revolutionizes the workflow.
Nice, yeah. Well, it's great. I mean, I was at the opening keynote this morning, and there was a lot of discussion around AI, very AI-centric, so obviously a very hot topic, so it's exciting.
Anything we can do to make our lives a little bit faster, quicker, easier, I think everyone's up for that.
Exactly. So what else? Anything else you'd like to kind of highlight or talk about?
So one of the biggest pain points when you do a Wi-Fi survey is sometimes getting accurate floor plans from your customers or stakeholders. I can't tell you the amount of times I've turned up to a site and the customer's like, I'll provide you the floor plans, and you get there and maybe they're just trying to make you feel special, and like you feel like you turn into Superman, because all of a sudden as you're doing a survey you walk through like 4 walls, walked across water, and then you realize, actually, hold on a second, the floor plans are not accurate anymore. So we knew that was happening for a lot of our customers, so we wanted to find a way to overcome that, and we launched a new survey method called Just Go. And what that does is it actually leverages the LiDAR scanner of an iOS device. So if you have basically like a pro version of an iPhone or an iPad, you can connect that to your Psychic 2 or a Psychic and just walk around your environment. And as you're walking around, the Psychic 2 measures all of the signals from the access points and any interference you have in your environment across 2.45, 6 gigahertz. But actually your iOS device will build the floor plan for you as you move around, track your location, and then create a floor plan for you to then be able to analyze the data, optimize automatically, and have a good performing Wi-Fi network.
Yeah, I saw that in action. I think back in Sarasota at Wi-Fi World Congress, and I was really impressed. That was the first time I saw it. It was really awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it always blows my mind when you see this technology come to life, and you think how far we've come now. And I was like, damn, I wish I had access to these features and tools back a few years ago. When I was doing this, it would have made my life so much easier. But I think the nicest thing is that just seeing customers' expressions and faces when they get to try it out themselves, and they just love using the products. It's super cool, and it's most importantly, it's really fun.
Sure. Yeah, you mentioned Sidekick 1. So is that backwards compatible, it sounds like? You can also use that too?
If you want to do a Just Go survey, you can do it with the Sidekick 1 or the Sidekick 2.
If customers haven't upgraded yet? Or,
Okay. So it really comes, for the Just Go, it comes down to the actual iOS device. So you need to have an iPhone or an iPad that has the LiDAR scanner. That's where you're going to be able to build the floor plan. Okay. And then really the difference between Sidekick 1 to Sidekick 2 is capturing 6 gigahertz data. So if you're lucky enough to have some of the awesome 9164, 66 access points, you'll need a Psychic 2 to be able to see that 6 gigahertz coverage.
Okay. All right, well, I'd like to see some of this, so maybe we should step over to the screen and take a look.
All right, I'd love to give you guys a demo. So this is our beautiful AI Pro Online. I'll give you a nice demo now. So what you can actually see on the screen is the measured survey results from a college that we went to over in Helsinki. And what you're seeing here is we've got all of the Cisco Meraki access points around the floor plan, and we're seeing the coverage coming from these access points from the measured data that we collected. So what we can clearly see here is we've got a bit of a coverage gap right here in this bottom right-hand corner. Now, traditionally, if I wanted to plan to maybe relocate this access point to this room or potentially install an additional access point, what I would have needed to have done is drawn in all of these walls or obstacles in the environment with their correct attenuation measurement levels so that the signal prediction between them was accurate and I understand what's going on here. However, with our new AI Pro Online, we leverage AI and machine learning technology based off the measured survey data from the Psychic 2 to understand how these access points and frequencies behave in the environment. So what I can actually do is if I click on this AP here, I can simulate moving it into this next room here, and you can see that the RF updates and changes as I change the location without having to draw any walls or obstacles.
Real time.
Yeah, but if I take a look now, making that change, it's fixed the coverage in this room here, but it's created a bit of a coverage gap in this room here. So what I might want to do instead actually is put the AP back in its location with this nice animation, and I might just want to actually put in a new access point to fix this coverage gap here. So what I can do is I can click on this icon at the top, I can find the Cisco Catalyst 9164 AP, and I can actually put this access point here, and it's going to fix that coverage issue for me. But the really cool thing is that I haven't had to draw any walls, I haven't had to draw any obstacles. It just knows how the RF is going to behave in your environment, and you can easily account for these changes and move it around and see how it's going to behave in the different rooms, and it just revolutionizes and speeds up the workflow so tremendously much. Like, I can't think about how much time it saves you from not having to draw all of these walls or obstacles. And also the other thing as well, it's actually more accurate because we're looking at the floor plan and how the RF behaves. We're looking at how much it attenuates based on the measured data. So the research team did so much comparative analysis on how much more accurate this is, and it means it's faster and more accurate. And to be honest, Dan, it's just a load of fun. I think people can't wait to get their hands on it and play with it.
This is great. I mean, it's a huge time saver. I really like how it's like, you know, updating real time here. You can see
RF waves move, man. I mean, you can see the way the signals that they're alive.
It's kind of mesmerizing here. I'm looking at it. So are we looking at this is just the tri-band? Is that what we're looking at as far as the channels here? That's hard to kind of see there. But,
exactly. Let me just zoom in a bit to make it a bit easier for you to see. So this is the access point here. We can see it's on channel 1 on 2.4 gigahertz, 112 at 40 megahertz wide, 5 gigahertz, and then 5 at 160 megahertz wide. And why this one is highlighted because we're actually looking at the 6 gigahertz coverage band here.
Yep, gotcha. Nice. So let's see here. What else? Anything else we want to highlight in here?
Well, I think for now, maybe this is a nice of a tease and preview, and I think people will just want to get their hands on and play with it themselves, and they'll be able to come in and redesign or design their new network completely from scratch using measured survey data. So this isn't just for like making accounts for changes in your plan for adding an access point or relocating an access point. If you needed to, I could completely redesign this network by removing all these access points and then just placing APs along the floor plan to come up with a new design if I wanted to. And of course, we wouldn't be Ekahau without a whole bunch of automation. We actually can plan the transmit power, channels, bandwidths for you, and even place devices for you as well if you want to. Whatever your preference is, manual, automated, whatever you want to do.
That's cool. Yeah, you got a resolve all button right there. That's awesome. All right. Well, thank you, Matt. Really appreciate it. It's great to see you, and great. Thanks a lot for the time. Appreciate it.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much for taking the time and coming and seeing us.
Yeah, great to have you back. Thank you.
Thanks, Dan. Yep.